Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia or Electric Ollie, and today I'm going to be filming my very first mukbang, and it's going to be a Tomorrowland Q&A. Yeah, so I'm excited to film my very first mukbang. Like, I love food videos, so I'm like, F it, it's my turn to film one. So let me show you what we have up close real quick. So I decided to go with like Italian, and I made everything myself and not from scratch. Like, this is a frozen Publix pizza. I added the mushrooms and pepperonis. I made a little salad, cucumbers. I'm gonna put croutons on it too. And then chicken fettuccine Alfredo. So that's what we got going on. And I have my little flag in the back, but you won't be able to see it once I actually like finally set up the camera and all that. But yeah, so that's my little setup, and the Q&A, or like my, I guess, final recap of Tomorrowland, questions that came from TikTok, and then questions that came from the real raves recaps that I did with the corporate raver and Emma Capotis over on Instagram. So now I'm finally answering and putting the questions onto YouTube as well. All right, so let's get to it. So I'm just drinking water. I was gonna I thought about getting a little vino, but I was like, girl, who knows how long this is gonna take, and we're not gonna get drunk. So I'm gonna start off with a little bit of salad, just lettuce, cucumbers, and then I'll put some dressing and croutons. So the way I split up the questions are by like global journey, Dreamville, and Tomorrowland. So let's get into the first question. So I wrote everything down here. So if you see me looking at this, that's what's happening over here. Okay, so what is the global journey and how much does it cost? So one second, because I don't want this to be loud. Okay, something else real quick. I was gonna use this lemon herb vinaigrette because I'm like eating a pizza and all the other things, but I want ranch, whatever. And then I'm also gonna use a ranch for the pizza too. So let's just enjoy ourselves. Okay, so what is the global journey? So the global journey is a way to secure your ticket, like the only way to secure your ticket. So let me just preface that right away, is that Tomorrowland tickets are extremely hard to get hold of. And if you just try to buy just like a regular VIP or GA ticket with an accommodation, like, it's impossible. I've been hearing that rumor for years, and this is the year that I found out for myself. When those tickets went on sale, if you like went and read the Instagram comments, like they sold out in minutes, and then you see everybody in there talking about how like, I've been waiting to get this ticket for 3 years and I still haven't got one. So global journey packages do not sell out right away, and it is your surefire way to secure a Tomorrowland ticket. So within the global journey, there are hundreds of different options to choose from. You can do flight packages, bus packages, train packages, explore Belgium, explore Europe, and surprise package. I think there's 8 different types of global journey packages that you can choose from. And then within that is where you get really specific. Do you want to stay in a hotel? Do you want to stay in Dreamville? And then the choices are endless from there. There are different levels of hotels you can choose from hostel to really high-end hotels. So they have like 4 levels of hotels, from hostel to then bronze, silver, and then gold. And then the accommodations range from camping, easy camping, Montego, and then the mansions. So that's how the structure's. I have no idea how this is gonna go. This is my first time filming one, and I'm already finding it so difficult. Like, eating with and like talking. Okay, so the package that I did, let's try this again. I got a flight package. So you need to have a plan A through D, go through all of the accommodations, narrow it down to, first of all, what kind of package you would do. Bus, train, whatever. And then from there, decide, do you want a hotel or do you want to go to Dreamville? I recommend Dreamville. Talk about that later. And then from there, go through all the accommodations and then pick which ones you would be willing to do and have a plan A through D. Because when I went in there, like my first plan was to, like, I want to do an Explore Belgium package with a accommodation in Montego. I couldn't even book the Explore Belgium package. Like, I didn't even know what that was about. So then, I was like, F it. Let me just go get a flight package for the weekend one. So I did that. All the accommodations I wanted sold out. So that's how I ended up in a tent. If you didn't already know that. This is going in the Tomorrowland playlist, so you can go see my full experience there for every single day of the festival. So yeah, the accommodation that I wanted was in Montego, and all the single person tickets sold out, or a single person accommodation sold out. So I got a tent because that was the only single person option left to be able to stay in Dreamville. I wanted to stay in Dreamville. I wanted the full experience, so I could have chose a hotel, but I did it because I wanted to stay in Dreamville. So that's what I did. That's why I ended up camping. So I got a flight package. I got a VIP ticket. We'll talk about the VIP ticket later. A flight package out of the closest airport to, I live in Miami, so the closest airport to me was Fort Lauderdale. And then we had the option to stay in a hotel for one night. Because the festival started Thursday, we would arrive in Brussels on Wednesday. So I chose a silver level hotel, which to me, I'm like, how does it get any better than this? I'll talk about the hotel later too. And then, I got my notes. And I'm eating with my hands because it's just a little bit easier to get small bites instead of huge ones with the fork. And then camping, Magnificent Greens camping at Dreamville for 4 nights. So that whole package right there came out to $2,900. Okay, I'm gonna switch it up and have some pizza now. So the package was $2,900, and the sale happens this year. I don't know about other years because they announced that Tomorrowland was going to happen in February, and they were like pre-register. So I pre-registered first, and then they said that the sale was going to happen like, I think at the end of February or early March. So what happens is there's several different types of sales. So the first sale, I think, is the loyalty sale. So anybody that's ever gone before gets a code, and then they can purchase first. And then the global journey sale happens. And then after that is, I think, just regular general admission, or just regular like worldwide sale. And about this, the reason why tickets like go so quick is because Tomorrowland gives every country in the world like a number of tickets. So to give everybody or every country the opportunity to go. So that's why just regular tickets sell out, but the global journey packages don't sell out immediately. So that's what I found and kind of panic bought, is that those tickets don't sell out immediately. I guess because for one, they're more expensive. If you live in any of the countries around Belgium or anywhere in Europe where you could drive to it, you don't want to spend like a crazy amount of money to travel over there. You know, if you're coming from a different continent in general, I think global journey is a very valid choice because you have to pay to travel there anyways. So with me doing a flight package, like they paid for my flight or paid for my flight, all right, that's all included. So then like I just had to show up, you know? Or if you decide to do like a bus or train, like pay for your own flight and then take the bus or train package from whatever city or country is coming in. So something I would do different from that is I wouldn't get the flight package again. So hang on. I would definitely do global journey. because I want to be able to go every year or whenever I want to. I would definitely do Global Journey again. I wouldn't do the flight package. So that'll be like, that leads into the next question. What are the difficulties going to an international festival? So the difficulties going to this international festival, one being the flight. When you book your flight, it just tells you out of which city and like the airlines and the possible time. I say possible because it changed. So at the time, we weren't given any, At the time, we weren't given any like flight numbers or anything like that. But I didn't care. I was like, it's February and the festival is in July. Well, even when we got the tickets in the mail 2 weeks before we were supposed to go, where Alyssa got hers 2 weeks, I got my ticket a week before I was supposed to go. We still hadn't had any like flight information. So what I did was look at the time that they gave me, the airlines. So say I was supposed to be departing Fort Lauderdale at 1:20 p.m. I say that just because that's what it was. 1:20 p.m. on a Tuesday through United Airlines. So I went to the United Airlines website and narrowed it down to find something that exactly matched that. Fort Lauderdale, 1:20 on a Tuesday. They do have like an email and stuff, like a Global Journey support thing that you can email, but Alyssa did all that. So before I even like, let me go try to narrow this down myself, Alyssa tried and she didn't get any luck. So that's why I had to do what I did. And then once I narrowed it down to like a possible flight number, that's when I called United Airlines and I explained the situation. I was like, I think this is a flight to Mom, and they were able to confirm. They're like, okay, yes, I see you here, and you're traveling with 8 other people. I was like, I guess, I don't know. So what Tomorrowland does is like you buy your flight package, and then they do a group booking for everybody that's going from that city. So 7 other people also booked the flight package from Fort Lauderdale, and so they grouped us all together. So from there, I was able to get like a group confirmation number, and I was able to see that I was confirmed on this flight and all that. But it was operated by 2 different airlines, United and Brussels. So I could make changes to my United flight. When I saw it, oh my God, I saw that I was in a middle seat and I was like, I don't want to sit there. So I was able to change my United flight, but we weren't able to make any changes to the Brussels flight. It had to be done at the airport. So you don't really have control over everything. So if you want to have like a nice, first class or whatever, business class, whatever the hell it's called these days. If you want like that experience, like book your own flight. There are no changes. So that's a downside. They do include 1 checked bag in that, so that's cool. So on the way I did check a bag, then I took a personal item and a carry-on. So they gave me a free check bag there. And then on the way back, I brought all my camping stuff like that I got from Tomorrowland, the tent and sleeping bag. So I couldn't put that in a bag, but the Brussels Airlines workers in Belgium were so nice, and they just let me check it in for free. They told me, they were like, normally when you check bags, it would have been 50 euros each. And so they're like, we don't want to make you pay 100 euros for this, because it wasn't like full-size luggage. So thank you, Brussels Airlines. So I talked about different accommodations already briefly within the Global Journey package. And again, people, if you don't book with Global Journey, like everybody else still has access to these accommodations as well. So By the way, I'm gonna start getting into the chicken fettuccine alfredo. Napkin. So the different accommodations, you could stay in a hotel or anywhere in Dreamville. Now, outside of that, I have no idea if, well, I guess this would be the way. If you just want a ticket, which is impossible to get, if you just want a ticket, I guess, like if you live in Boom, Belgium, so that's where the festival's at, it's in Boom, Belgium. So if you live in Boom, then you would just want a ticket, right? So, I guess if you were just trying to buy the ticket, good luck. But if you happen to get one, then I guess the other accommodations outside of like the hotel and camping packages that Tomorrowland offers, like I guess you could get like an Airbnb or just like whatever. That's always an option, but I can't speak on that just because that's not what I did. You could also have a friend also that she went third year or third weekend. I don't know if she did this, but I had somebody else say like, okay, well, I want to go to Tomorrowland one year, but you're saying it's so difficult to get a ticket. Like, could I get the cheapest global journey package I can get my hands on just so I can get a ticket and then skip out on those cheap accommodations or train fare, whatever, and then like book my own Airbnb, book my own hotel? Yeah, I guess if you want to do that, I don't see why that would be that would be an issue, you know, other than you just kind of wasting money, I guess. So if you have the money and you want to do it that way, then go ahead. Okay. So back to the accommodations that I can speak on. So yeah, you can get through Global Journey, you can get a hotel package or a Dreamville package. And I think I've already mentioned, like, there are different levels of hotels. If you want to keep it super affordable, that you want to stay in a hotel for the entire weekend, then, you know, you can get a hostel. And it goes up from there. So, different price points for different people. And then the Dreamville accommodations start out as Magnificent Greens. So that's what I got. So in that Magnificent Greens package, it's the camping where you set up your own stuff. So either you bring all your own stuff. So I guess anybody that lives, you know, in and around Belgium, or you rent or buy the camping equipment from Tomorrowland. So I already bought the tent package with them, my ticket. So they gave me a sleeping bag, a tent, and an air mattress when I arrived, and I was able to keep those things. Now Alyssa, we thought we got the same package, but she didn't get the tent package, so she was able to rent all those things. Our tents were different though, but they do have that option. If you don't want to like bring that stuff back, you can just rent and return. Above the Magnificent Greens packages are all like, I think it's called Easy Tent. I think there's maybe 2 steps, or maybe just one. Like the Easy Tent stuff, where all the tents are set up for you. And some of them come, like, from the pictures I've seen, come kind of nice. Like, they're pretty big, you can stand up in them, they have little beds, they zip, and they lock, all of that. And then above that is the Montego area. So that's where I want to stay the next time I go, and where I tried to stay. It's easier to book those places if you have at least 2 people, because the 2 people ones didn't sell out right away. And so another thing, once you make your purchase, like, no changes. Let me get a smaller bite of this. This is actually so much more difficult than I thought it would be. Maybe because there's nobody here to do it with me. Like, I see some of the mukbangs where they have 2 people and it's like super fun, and I guess while one person's talking, the other person's eating, and it's just me. Okay. So once I saw that the 2-person accommodations didn't sell out immediately, I tried to get me and Alyssa upgraded, but no changes. So in the Montego area is all the non-tent options, like little cabanas, huts, essentially just like little houses, all the glamping options, if you will. Some of them have AC or lock or front porches, like the vibe. And then above Montego are called mansion packages. Like, I'm not even gonna look at that because I don't know, maybe one year in life, right? Who knows?